The Lost Key. Keeper wanted a magic adventure, but the magic key would not glow. It had not glowed for a long time. Maybe it will glow if I keep it with me, he thought. So he put it in his pocket. Mom had to go shopping. She wanted Keeper to go with her. I want to get you some new trainers, she said. So come on. Keeper forgot he had the key in his pocket. On the way to the shops, Mom let Keeper stop and play. He ran to the rocket and the key fell out of his pocket and onto the grass. Look at me, Mom, he called. Keeper looked in his pockets, but the key was not there. Oh no, said Keeper. Where's the key? I can't have lost it, can I? But he had lost the key. Keeper wanted to go and look for the key, but Mom would not let him. It had started to rain and Mom wanted to get home. Ask Biff and Chip to look for it, she said. A man came to cut the grass. He cut it with the mower. The mower ran over the magic key with a clang. What was that? Said the man. The key had broken the mower. Ugh, the man said crossly. Now I shall have to mend the mower. He was so cross that he threw the magic key in a bin. Two boys came to play on the swings. One of the boys looked in the bin and found the key. Look at this old bent key, he said. What shall we do with it? The boy took the key with them. One of them had some string. He tied the key to the string and spun it round and round. Suddenly the string broke and the key flew through the air. It hit a greenhouse with a crash and broke the glass. Oh no, said the boys. Look at my greenhouse, yelled the man. The glass is broken. The boys ran away as fast as they could. Just you come back here, called the man. Keeper had to tell Biff and Chip that he had lost the magic key. I think I lost it by the rocket, he said, but Mom wouldn't let me look for it. Come on, said Chip. We must find it. Wilf and Wilma helped them look for the lost key. Biff asked the man if he had seen it. Yes, said the man. I threw it in that bin, but two boys took it out. The children saw the two boys. They asked them if they had found the key. Yes, said the boys. But we lost it again. We broke a man's greenhouse with it. They saw the man with the greenhouse. We are sorry about the broken glass, said the Chip. But could we have the key? Sorry, said the man. I sold the key to the junk shop to help pay for the glass. The children went to the junk shop. They told the lady about the key and asked her if she had it. Sorry, said the lady. I have just sold it. The lady told them who had it. A man came in, she said. He wanted some old keys. She told them that the man had a shop down the street. The children went to the man's shop. In the window, there were pictures and paintings. Why do you think the man wants old keys? Asked Wilf. Wilma looked inside the shop. It was closed and she couldn't see the man. We must get our pocket money, said Biff. We may have to buy the key back. Let's go home then, said Chip. Mom went to the shop with the children. She told the man about the key and how Keeper had lost it. She asked if they could have the key back. Yes, said the man, if you can find it. The man had painted some pictures and had put lots of keys in them. All the keys had been painted. The children looked at the pictures, but they couldn't see the magic key. They looked at all the pictures. All the keys looked the same, said Biff. Suddenly, Keeper saw a little picture. It had one key in it. Here it is, he said. This is our key. The man told them that they would have to buy the picture. Biff and Chip gave Mom their pocket money, and Mom paid the man. It's a lot to pay for an old key, she said. The children pulled the key from the picture and rubbed off the paint. Then they looked at it. The key has not glowed for a long time, said Biff. Perhaps it has lost its magic. It's been out in the rain, said Wolf. And it's been bent by a mower. It's been through a window, said Chip. And it's been stuck on a painting. It's had a bad time, said Wilma. The children wanted the key to glow. Wilma picked it up. Do you think it will ever glow again? She said. Do you think the magic will still work? I don't know, said Biff. I hope so. But the key didn't glow and the magic wouldn't work. Keeper told the key about the adventures he would like to have, but still the magic wouldn't work. The next day, Wilf and Wilma came to the house with Nadim and Anina. The children were sorry about the key. It still wouldn't glow and they were all very sad. How can we make the magic work again? Said Wilma. Anina thought of a good idea. Let's remind it of the magic adventures, she said. Maybe that will make it work. But the key still didn't glow. At last, the children gave up. Mom told Biff and Chip it was time for their friends to go home. Cheer up, said Mom. Keeper was sorry about the key. It's all my fault, he said, and he began to cry. Don't cry, Keeper, said Chip. Maybe the magic has just run out. Biff and Chip let Keeper take the key to bed. Keeper looked at it for a long time. At last he fell asleep. Suddenly the magic key began to glow. The Willow Pattern Plot. Biff and Chip were at a car boot sale. They saw Nadim. Nadim, over here, called Biff. Nadim ran to see them. He had bought something at the sale. It was a blue and white plate. He showed it to Biff and Chip. It's a present for my mom, said Nadim. It's a willow pattern plate. My mom collects them. Why is it called a willow pattern plate? Asked Chip. I don't know, said Nadim. But I think the pattern tells a story. I wonder what the story is, said Biff. Mom and Dad looked at Nadim's plate. It's a present for my mom, said Nadim. Biff asked if Nadim could come and play. So Nadim went to play with Biff and Chip. They went up to Biff's bedroom. What shall we play? Asked Nadim. I don't know, said Biff. Suddenly the key began to glow. The magic took the children into a new adventure. What's happening? Called Nadim. Help, said Biff. Everything is going blue. What a strange place, said Chip. What strange trees. Everything looks blue and white, said Nadim. We're in the land of the willow pattern. They were in a big garden. It had a high wall all round it and blue trees grew everywhere. I can see water, said Biff. Is the garden next to the sea? No, it's next to a lake, said Nadim. There's a bridge, said Biff. It's like the one on the plate. I can see a little house down by the water, said Chip. Down by the lake, they saw a girl. She was all alone. She looks unhappy, said Biff. Why is she all alone, and why is she crying? The girl was called Kimchi. She lived in the little house by the lake. She had a cruel father. He would not let her go out of the garden. Kim loved a boy called Chang. She wanted to marry him, but Chang was too poor. Kim's father wanted her to marry a rich man, but Kim loved Chang. Kimchi heard Chang calling. Kimchi, he called. Are you alone? Chang, said Kim. How did you get here? I swam across the lake, said Chang. Nobody saw me. Oh, said Kim. You are cold and wet. It does not matter, said Chang. But Kimchi was afraid. You must go away, she said. My father must not see you here. This garden is like a prison, said Chang. Your father never let you go out. But what can we do? Asked Kim. We must run away, said Chang. Then I can marry you. But how can I leave the garden? Asked Kim. There are guards everywhere. Don't worry, said Chang. I will think of something. Kim heard the sound of a twig snapping. Someone is watching us, she gasped. Chang jumped to his feet. He held up a stick. Who's there? He called. Then they saw Biff, Chip, and Nadim. Don't be afraid, said Biff. We are friends. We have never seen children like you before, gasped Chang. How did you get into this garden? We didn't mean to listen, said Chip, but we heard what you were saying. We know you want to run away, said Biff. But how can we? Asked Kim. There are guards all round the garden. Nadim had a good idea. He told them what it was. It's a brilliant idea, said Chip. I'm sure it will work, said Biff. But what if we are caught? Asked Chang. Do you have a better idea? Asked Biff. No, said Chang. It is our only chance. First, you must hide, said Nadim. Then be ready to run over the bridge, said Chip. Now we must get ready, said Nadim. Kim had a long sash round her waist. Give me your sash, Kim, said Biff. Kim gave Biff her sash. Biff tied Kim's sash to the bridge. There were lemon trees in the garden. Nadim and Chip climbed into one. They picked as many lemons as they could. Then they waited. Kim and Chang hid by the bridge. Biff held on to the end of the sash. I hope Nadim's idea works, she thought. Nadim called from the tree. Willow pattern plot, begin, he said. Chip and Nadim began to shout at the guards. Come and get us, they yelled. We're over here. The guards ran into the garden. They ran towards Kimchi's little house. Now that the guards were in the garden, Kimchi and Chang could escape. Someone else ran into the garden. My father is coming, gasped Kimchi. Kim and Chang began to run, but the guards saw them. Stop them, shouted Kimchi's father. Nadim and Chip threw the lemons at the guards. Chang and Kim Shi ran over the bridge. The guards chased after them. Biff got ready. I hope Kim's sash is strong, she said. The guards ran onto the bridge. Biff pulled the sash tight. The guards tripped over it. They fell over with a crash. You fools! Shouted Kim Shi's father. Chip and Nadine climbed down from the lemon tree. They ran across to find Biff. Kim Shi's father saw them. Catch those children, he yelled. Well done, Biff, said Chip. Kim and Chang have got away. I hope we get away too, said Biff. The magic key was glowing. Hooray! It's time to go, she said. What an adventure, said Chip. Nadine picked up his plate and looked at it. I wonder what happened in the real Willow pattern story, he said. Submarine Adventure. Wolf and Wilma had come to play at Biff and Chip's house. It was Wolf's birthday. Happy birthday, Wolf, said Biff and Chip. They gave him a big card. Wolf had a large box. This is my birthday present, he said. Everyone looked inside the box. What is it? Asked Chip. It looks like a submarine, said Biff. It's a kind of submarine, said Wolf. It explores the seabed. That's right, said Wilma. It goes to the bottom of the sea. What a brilliant present, said Biff. The submarine looked like a car. It had big windows and it had headlights. Wolf put the headlights on. It's brilliant, said Wolf. Biff looked at the magic key. Suddenly it began to glow. It was time for a new adventure. I wonder where the key will take us, said Wolf. The magic key took the children to the sea, where there were lots of boats. Chip pointed to a yellow submarine. Look at that one, he said. It looks just like Wolf's submarine. The children went to look at the submarine. I wish we could look inside, said Chip. Just then, a hatch began to open and a man looked out. The man peered at them. Hello, he said. I'm Professor Tangle. How do you do, said Wolf. My new crew, said Professor Tangle. You look a bit young. We're not your crew, shouted Wolf. How do you do? Professor Tangle didn't hear properly. He got things muddled up. You know what to do, he said. That's good. Get on board, went on the professor, and tell me your names. I'm Biff, said Biff. And this is Wilma, this is Wolf, and this is Chip. No, it's not a ship, said the professor. It's a diving machine. We know that, said Wolf. We have never been in one, said Wilma. And we're not your new crew. You flew? Said Professor Tangle. I didn't see an aeroplane. Now shall we go? Everyone smiled and they all climbed into the submarine. Professor Tangle shut the hatch. There's not much room, said Wilma. No, said Biff. I hope it doesn't leak. Of course you can speak, said the professor. Professor Tangle started the engines. It's time to dive, he said. The submarine went under the water. Glop, glop, glop it went. Everyone looked out the window. They could see fish everywhere. It's wonderful, said Chip. It's amazing to be under the sea. You can't see? Said Professor Tangle. Look out the window then. Come on, crew, said Professor Tangle. Time to do some work. Push that button, Biff. Press that handle, Wilf. Pull that lever, Chip. We're not the crew, yelled Biff. Things might go wrong. Sing a song? Said Professor Tangle. There's no time for that. There's far too much to do. The submarine began to dive. It went deeper and deeper. Glop, glop, glop. It went. Where are we heading? Shouted Chip. Will we dive deep? No, you can't go to sleep, said Professor Tangle. You're the crew. You have to stay awake. We are going to dive deep. This thing scares me, said Wilma. The submarine went deeper and deeper. Glop, glop, glop. It went. Everyone looked at the window. I can't see a shark, said Wilma. It is getting dark, said the professor. The submarine went even deeper. Professor Tangle was excited. It began to get dark. It's getting very dark, said Biff. Put the lights on, Professor. The professor pushed the light switch. Bother, the lights don't work, he said. Biff looked out the window. Oh no, help, Professor Tangle. I can see huge rocks, she called. No, I don't need clean socks, said the professor. Now, where's the fuse? He began to look for his toolbox. Look out, yelled Chip. We are going to crash. Professor Tangle pushed the button and he pulled the lever. The submarine didn't crash. It just missed the rocks. Phew! That was close, said Wilma. There was a cave ahead of them. The submarine was heading for it. Slow down, Professor, called Wilf. We are heading for a cave in the rocks. Yes, it was in the box, said the professor. He held up the fuse. Professor, slow down, yelled Wilf. We are going into a cave. Well, why didn't you say so? Asked Professor Tangle. We'd better slow down. He pulled the lever and the submarine slowed down just in time. The submarine went into the cave. Professor Tangle put a new fuse in. All the lights came on. The cave shone and sparkled. There were diamonds all over the walls. Diamonds! I'm rich, said the professor. But you can't get at them, said Biff. Oh bother, said Professor Tangle. Suddenly the walls of the cave began to shake. Rocks and stones fell all around them. We must get out, said the professor. Full speed ahead. Oh no, we aren't going to make it, said Wilma. The submarine got out just in time. Phew, that was close, said Biff. We're sorry you couldn't get the diamonds, Professor, said Chip. Just then, the key began to glow. The magic took them back to Biff's room. That was a good adventure, said Chip. We must go home for tea, said Wilma. What's that? Joked Will. You want to go back to sea?